ummah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, and he himself created, nurtured, trained people not to become followers only, but to actually become leaders. Because followers is that they remain a follower in a way, in a passive way all their life, and they're concerned with themselves. But this ummah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, being the last ummah, for it is not sufficient to become a follower. That is why our mashayikh and teachers, they also say that we don't want to make people only into disciples, into followers, into students, but actual purpose is to at the same time make them teachers and guides and leaders, that they can actually guide others as well. And that is a primary declaration which Allah Jalla Majduhu mentioned in the Quran. तो नबी अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम ने जो इस उम्मत की तरबियत की और सहाबा इकराम रिज़वानुल्लाह अलैहिम अजमाइन की तरबियत फरमाई, वो मुरीदीन या सिर्फ जो है मुत्तबईन उनको नहीं बनाया, बल्कि उन तमाम को जो रहनुमा बनाया है। और ख़ुद भी आप अलैहिस्सलाम ने फरमाया कि अस्हाबी कन्नुजूम, मेरे जितने भी असहाब हैं इनकी मिसाल सितारों की सी है। फ़बी अय्यिहिम इक़्तदय्तुम इह्तदय्तुम, किसी के पीछे भी चल पड़ोगे तो हदायत पा जाओगे। तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि वो सब लीडर बनाए हैं आप अलैहिस्सलाम, जिसने एक दफ़ा भी सोहबत पाई वो भी रहनुमा और सितारा हदायत बन गया। ये नहीं कि सारी ज़िंदगी मुरीद ही रहना है। अब कई लोग 10-10 साल 15-15 साल वो कहते हैं हम मुरीद हैं, हम चाहिए। तो इसलिए आपको पैदा नहीं किया, आपको अल्लाह के लिए पैदा किया गया। अब अल्लाह तक पहुँचें, अल्लाह के रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम तक पहुँचें और फिर दूसरों को भी पहुँचाएँ। मुर्शिद रहनुमा तो इतना ही करता है कि वो बंदे को पुल का काम करे, कि बंदों को आगे पहुँचाए और उनकी तरबियत करके उनको अल्लाह और उसके रसूल के हवाले करे, और फिर जो है उसको कहे कि तुम्हारे भी ज़िम्मे यही काम है। So this was the actually mindset of the Prophet ﷺ, that he wanted to create people as leader, not as just blind followers as such actually, and that they cannot lead others. Reason being, many people who fear, who have love of fame and name, they want all their life people to remain as sheep followers, crowd followers, just to be disciples that don't know. You can never lead people, you can never guide people, you can never be in a position, but rather you should just submit and stay where you are. And all life that person is born and he remains a disciple, he dies as a disciple, never comes the opportunity to serve the ummah. This is for those people that actually who fear that their position can be compromised, that some other people will become in the position of leadership and their position will be taken. So they don't want people to come forward. They don't want people to be trained in such level. They don't want people to supersede them. They do not want give the people actual training that they keep them at their pace, that they should remain there. ये बच्चों को ऊपर ले जाए, ये बच्चे खुद भी सुने, इनको भी पे ले जाए। तो इसमें ये है कि अल्लाह सुब्हानहु व तआला व जल्ला व अला कुरान मजीद में इरशाद फरमाया, कुन्तुम खैर उम्मा। देखिए अल्लाह पाक ने क्लैरिटी दे दी, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave clarity. Most of the people know this verse of the Quran. Kuntum khayra ummah. You are the best of the ummahs, communities. Ukhrijat linnas, you've been sent for people. Ta'muruna bil ma'roof, to guide them towards what is beneficial and good. Wa tanhawna 'anil munkar, and save them from the harms and the wrongs. Look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very clearly mentioned the nature of this ummah, the mindset of this ummah. He didn't say that I sent you to just to worship me, that's all. No. But when he said you are the best of the ummah, kuntum khayra ummah, that you are the best amongst the ummahs. Why? Ukhrijat linnas, you have been sent for the benefit of others, to guide others. And to what? How to guide others? What's your duty? Ta'muruna bil ma'roof, that you guide them towards what is beneficial and good and easy and joyful and peaceful for them. Everything which benefits them. Ma'roof, goodness. وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ, and you try to save them, stop them from everything which is harmful, which is wrong, which creates chaos in them, which destroys them, which anyway actually harms them. وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ, and you do this only for the sake of Allah, because you are in believers of Allah. Your reward is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for anything else. तो अल्लाह पाक ने कुरान मजीद में साफ इस उम्मत का जहाँ जिक्र किया, उस उम्मत का फरमाया कि सबसे बेहतरीन उम्मत है ये, तुम सबसे बेहतरीन उम्मत हो। क्यों? किसी अपनी इबादत करके आप खा पी के चले जा रहे हैं? नहीं। फरमाया उखरिजत लिन्नास, तुम्हें लोगों के लिए भेजा गया है, दूसरे लोगों के लिए, क्योंकि तुम्हारे नबी अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम आएंगे और फिर पर्दा फरमा जाएंगे, फिर वो पैगाम देना दूसरे लोग जो क़यामत तक आने वाली इंसानियत है, जिन तक नहीं वो मुलाकात हो सकी, तो वो तुमने वो काम करना है। क्या काम है वो? तामुरूना बिल मारूफ, कि हर उस काम की तरफ तुमने उनको बताना है जो उनके लिए फ़ायदा मंद हो, उनके लिए नफ़ा बख्श हो, उनको खुशी दे सके, उनके लिए आसानी पैदा हो सके। हर वो काम, अच्छा काम जिससे उनको फ़ायदा हो। वतनहौना अनिल मुनकर, और उस काम से रोकने की, उन चीज़ों से जो उनके लिए नुकसानदेह हैं, जो बुरी हैं, जो उनको दुनिया में नुकसान दे सकती हैं, दुनिया में बेसुकूनी पैदा कर सकती हैं, आखिरत में अजाब का सबब बन सकती हैं, जितनी भी ये चीज़ें हैं उससे आपने उनको यानी बचाना है। वतुमिनून बिल्लाह, और अल्लाह पर ईमान रखना कि तुमने जज़ा अल्लाह से पानी है, उनसे ना मांगना, ना वो देंगे। So actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that this ummah is there to lead. It's not only to follow Allah and the Prophet Islam, but then leading them. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also created all of these Sahaba, and also the awliya Allah, Ahlullah, they also do tarbiyah and try to create actually leaders, guides, masters, maybe they're leading themselves or families or communities, not submissive, no, you stay there, you are actually to be there only. That is how for example, in dictatorship, where those countries where there is oppressive regimes, they said we are the kings only, you actually just remain as subject all the life, actually we enjoy and you stay there, you have no authority. And in democratic societies, they say that normal people can also come if they want, actually. There is no one has actually. So that's how it is in the religious terms as well, actually. Some actually say that no, my son will be the king, and then his son will be the king, and then his son will be the king. So I am teacher, guide, sheikh, murshid, my son will be there, and then through him son, and all others, they should remain there. That is why you see in Pakistan, India, in many, no matter that person deserves inheritance of a wali, of many mazarat, he even doesn't have even necessary sunnah following the Prophet of Islam, even is not praying or have no interest in religion. They say, oh yeah, this is the descendant of so and so, just put the actually crown of Khilafah on him. So that's why you find. While Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his own action was not. Look, if he was to actually do this, Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajhul kareem was the closest person to him. He would have assigned him as actually in his lifetime. From every point of view, he deserves. It's not all the Sahaba, whoever becomes actually, they deserve, they actually could guide the Ummah. They were actually people of guidance. And from them, he could select anyone. No one could say. But as you know, he left it to people. They said, you decide who. And they chose Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu. By blood, he was further away from Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajhul kareem, and by actually descent as well. But and after Sayyidina Umar bin Khattab, who is not related to the Prophet ﷺ, and after the personality which we are discussing today, Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, and then came Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu. So you see how Rasulullah ﷺ laid down example, and how our time, or people, religious leaders in our times, they will bring only their favorite people, or you may say personal relatives actually, and no matter they deserve. If they deserve, like many of the sons of Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jailani, rahmatullahi, the son of Shaykh Ahmad Sarhandi, Mujaddadi al-Fisani, they were truly walis, and they were trained people, so they became the inheritors of father. But at the same time, many others came as well. They didn't choose them because they are their son. They chose them because they also attained that training, attained that knowledge. They could do better than many others. So they chose them in inherit. They didn't choose, okay, yes, you sit here, you are my son, you are my daughter, you sit here. No matter they know anything about deen or not, as such actually, and not the others. So the Prophet ﷺ mindset was not to create followers only, disciples only, subjects only, but to create leaders, guides. And that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Kuntum khayra ummah ukhrijat linnas. You are the best ummah sent for people, not to follow, not to be disciple only, but for the benefit of people. Ta'muruna bil ma'ruf, to guide them toward all what is good and beneficial. Wa tanhawna anil munkar, and to help them stop from all the things which are harmful and all things which actually are wrong. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran this verse that you are there sent for guide others, not only to actually guide yourself. That is responsibility already upon us. वो तो है ही है, अपनी जिम्मेदारी तो है ही है. But this ummah, every person born, share the responsibility to convey the message others as well. So looking at the life